Come on in. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. On YouTube. But now I'm back. YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram, into my space. Hello, hello, hello. Just turning down my music. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Hi. Hi, Dana. How you doing? So, what's today? A full moon. Yes. I always got a kick out of it when I say to people, "Oh, did you see the moon? The moon is full." And they're like, "Oh, is that what it is?" And it boggles the fuck out of me that they had no idea that was a full moon. There are people out there that don't realize when the moon is big and round, it's full. Or they have no idea about moon cycles, right? And it just and understanding what, the moon cycle is and or what do you call it? The new moon. Back at my muggle job that I had that I don't have anymore, but I did have. I was talking to one woman and she was like she's going through all these things. She's menopausal and stuff. So I started talking to her about different things that, she should be doing. And then and I asking her about her moon cycle and stuff because that's what I do. And she goes, "Well, what's a moon cycle?" I said, "Your period." And she goes, "Oh, why do they call it a moon cycle?" I said, "Because your period follows the moon. The moon, there's a new moon every 28 days. There's a full moon every 28 days." And she was like, "I didn't know that." And she goes, "Oh my God, that makes so much sense." And I'm like, and she was, I'd say in her 50s, had no idea about moon cycles. And I mean, there's many of us that have had no idea what a moon cycle is or what it is. We hadn't been taught, right? And I'm just like, "Oh, wow. Wow." And how this new generation probably has no freaking idea what a moon cycle is because they're already confused about other shit already. So, let alone, talk to them about what a moon cycle is. So, good morning, chart. So, today, full moon in Capricorn, right? And what is this full moon in Capricorn? Well, it is at 11:18 in Capricorn. It is exact, right? And oh, you didn't know the connection? Yeah. I mean, there's many people that don't know that. They weren't taught that, right? Um it was one of those things that my mother mentioned and same with my grandmother. Um but didn't really take too much of a note out of it because I got my period when I was, I think, 13, I think. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. And I got a period once a year. And so I'm like, "Okay, what moon am I connected to?" 'Cause I sure that wasn't connected to that moon. But I did love the moon. I used to go out and sit and talk to the moon all the time. And I'd have conversations with the moon. So me and the goddess. And my mother would call me in and say, "Mary, the neighbors are watching, get inside." Crazy child I was. Crazy child I was. Didn't even know what I was doing. Um, this is marking midway point during the current lunar cycle, and we are in that beginning with a new moon in Gemini on from June 18th. And this new moon was conjunct Juno and square Neptune. The reason why I'm bringing that up because it was a focus on how we navigate our relationships, commitments, communications, and thinking. With the nebulous of Neptune presents this lunar cycle, and it has been about taking off the rose-colored glasses and seeing more clearly. And that's a huge one, is getting us to really take a look at things not only within our own lives, but in the world around us and seeing things more clearly, seeing it. And this could be profoundly liberating if we are willing to see through the illusions and get to the truth. Many times when we're taking off those rose-colored glasses, it's like scary shit. Like, I don't know, I'd rather keep them on because it seemed so much easier to go around and be not knowing than it is to be the one who's knowing, right? And have know the information about whether that has to do with the world around us, with politics, with whatever it is, right? Um, I was just listening to one of the people I follow. Anyways, but she's worried about her chickens right now. She's down in the States and she's on the Eastern Coast, but her chickens aren't laying, and it's like, oh, she doesn't want to start a conspiracy theory. She's just asking, other people, because their chickens are healthy, they're fine, the weather's been okay, but the air quality is making a huge difference. And she's been around forest fires. I mean, she lives off grid. Um, but she's even saying that the air quality, it doesn't smell like a forest fire. So, just saying. So, being aware, okay, what is it? What's going on there? Are we, you know, not to cause, a crazy conspiracy, and the feed too. No, she makes her own feed. She makes her own feed. She doesn't buy feed. She is totally off grid. She makes all her own feed. She makes everything. Yeah, her what she has is great. And um it's just something that's going on at this time. And read that yesterday, smells like burning plastic. Yes. And for her, it's like, okay, this is kind of weird. And plus, chickens are quite sensitive little things. They can get respiratory issues very quickly and easily. So there's that could be it. And they don't seem to be sick, she said, but they're just, this is their laying season, right? They lay a lot of eggs during this time and they're not laying as many eggs as usual. So, I mean, that's just taking a note. Okay, what is going on? Same with our weather patterns and the craziness of our weather. I mean, the tornado that came, a tornado in, yeah, just seemed odd. Um, and it looked so evil. I just say the tornado looked evil. I thought it looked evil. Um, but all of these different crazy weather patterns that are going on are awakening. Like, what's going on? Why are there so many different weather patterns? This is so unusual. Yes, I know that we're in an El Nino year, which means it'll be a little bit cooler, I believe, a little bit more rainier. But some of the things that are happening, some of the weather patterns just don't seem normal. Maybe my kids say I overthink things or whatever. Yeah, right. Whatever. So, but this full moon, especially as it's opposite the sun and Mercury, right? And who are both conjunct with Sirius. And this is the spiritual son of the sun. This is a very powerful fixed star. It's thought to be the twin of our sun, and actually the partner or the parent star of which our sun originates in the binary relationship. All sacred, mystical, cultural had stories about this star, from the Hawaiians to the Mayans to the Egyptians. Sirius is seen as providing light and life to our spirit, and a mirror reflection of our sun of the solar system provides the light and life of our physical bodies of the earth. So this series involved with the full moon, there can be some really big downloads that are coming in, truths and light, incoming inspiration. So this is really bringing in some really powerful energy, and it's allowing for yourself to integrate that energy, take notes, whatever is coming to you, your dreams. You could be driving and an inspirational idea comes to you. Just being open to the information. Don't judge the information like, oh, that's a stupid idea. Oh, who'd ever do that? Don't judge it. Just saying, just don't judge it. So this moon forms a pattern with the sun and the moon opposite, linking with the separating of Jupiter and Saturn sextile. I'm trying to put the two words together. And that Jupiter and Saturn sextile on the 19th was the crescent moon phase. And with that Jupiter and Saturn conjunction that joined on December 20th, that big conjunction that happened, back then, the new Jupiter Saturn cycle was seeded. And now we are starting to see it take shape and form. Right. So this is, they came and they conjuncted right in Saturn. So this is like a huge change, a huge transformation of us being in the cycle of air, of bringing that energy of air. So that's bringing in, wisdom, that's bringing in new thought patterns, that's bringing in ideas that are coming in, right? It's also bringing in forms of education and learning things and learning new ideas, right? So this is very insightful. And this full moon is in a trine to Jupiter and sextile Saturn, with the sun sextile Jupiter and trine Saturn. This is the two teacher planets are harmoniously linking with the full moon. This is really beautiful energy that brings into our lives teachers and teachings and wisdom and knowledge, and really brings in some beautiful growth and mastery for us. And this can come from via outer teachers and teachings, and also inner teachings and teachers. So anything external to you is the finger pointing at the moon, and should serve you to coming back to yourself and embodying it. This is an embodying it and bringing it into our body, bringing it into our awareness. So we're bringing the information, but we're bringing it. It's not out there. It's within us. It's inside of us. So this cradle pattern is a feminine receptive cradle, as it involves planets that are in the earth and water signs. Okay, those are the feminine. That's the yin. Pay attention to what is arising via your emotions, your intuitions, your psychic knowing, water, as well as what is arising somatically. So in your body. So how is your body feeling? This is looking at your nervous system. This is looking at how you are connecting to the earth and nature and honoring and listening to your feminine self, regardless of gender. Okay. So this is letting the feminine self lead, and that is the key. That is the key to this energy. And Jupiter in conjunct with this fixed star, and I'm going to shatter it, but it's Shadir, representing the queen and the female power. This star is the constellation Caspiera, modernly said to be the vain queen, but anciently she was the head of the female line of power from an ancient matriarchic lineage. I can't even speak now. Blah, 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 blah. So this is a descendant of the mother line. So when you look at Caspira as she rotates around the North Pole, she takes the position of M and W, which is really cool. And the letters associated with the divine feminine. M is the 13th letter. 13 is sacred to the number of goddess and is connected to the words mother, matter, matrix. And the mother matrix is where all matter comes from. And W is associated with water, the womb. So the place of which all matter was birthed. And there is some beautiful, deep, potent feminine magic that's coming in. So if you're doing any rituals and stuff today, it would be to bring in a lot of the feminine energy with this. Bring in the water, a cradle of the water, bring in some white roses, or white flowers, whatever, it could be whatever flowers. Roses came to mind, and bringing them in and setting up an altar and setting up something that's there, and connecting that energy, right? And as well, this full moon is leading up to this Sun Mercury conjunction, which was exact on Canada Day, July 1st. But this is linking both the Saturn and Jupiter, that from the 28th through to the 1st. So this is energy or a portal to pay attention to. So realization, the inspirations and the meetings and the openings and the opportunities that are coming in, and you got to pay attention to this. So there could be an opportunity, or you're invited to something, to go somewhere, allowing yourself to be open and saying, hey, why not? Let's go for it, right? And I'm going to leave you with a Sabian symbol for the sun moon opposition. The full moon degree makes me think of all the new astronomy discoveries happening right now. The gravitational waves, the carbon from Orion Nebula, and the degree talks about our ability to explore unfamiliar realms and discover the laws underlining complex processes of nature. But it also cautions against capitalization, exploration of this new information. Exploitation, not exploration, exploitation of it. And the sun degree speaks to a mother nursing her baby. whose aura reveals him to be in the reincarnation of a great teacher in the light of Jupiter and Saturn sextile and the divine feminine. Such beautiful, powerful energy that's coming forward. Such beautiful, powerful energy that is bringing in such harmonious transformations for us. And this is why it's so important for us to bring it into our body, for us to feel it within our body, and take off the rose-colored glasses so that we see things more clearly within our lives and within the world around us. Because sometimes, when you do that, yeah, it's scary shit. There's some stupid idiots out there, really. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in some cards. I'm going to bring in the Black Moon astrology cards. I'm going to pull some cards here. These are really, really nice cards too. Ooh, that card was hiding. Got a hiding card. So let's do this. Let's see. There we go. Woo! So. What are you doing? The two of them. I got number 2 son and my husband. My number 2 son came over to make breakfast. My husband doesn't like it when somebody else is in the kitchen because they don't do it the way he likes it done. So, so let me see. These 2 cards jumped out, so I'm going to bring them out. So the first house. All right, first house, the body. The body. So this energy is coming in about the body. So we have the first house. We're coming in to know about the body. Very important. Then we have the benefits of Jupiter. All right. And having a Jupiter return. I just had my Jupiter return. My Jupiter was in Aries. It brings in change. It brings in transformation. But you got to look at it starting up a new 12-year cycle. So looking at the changes within this next 12-year cycle that you'll be in. So again, know your chart. Know, if you don't know your chart, go to astro.com or Cafe Astrology and pull up your chart and see where your Jupiter is, right? What sign is your Jupiter in? And that'll give you an idea of like, okay, my Jupiter's in Taurus. So I'm having a Jupiter return this year. Mine just happens to be in Aries. So with that energy, so this is looking at how things are going to be benefit for you, how things are going to, because Jupiter's expand things and make them bigger, right? So whatever it's close by, it's expanding. Right now it's expanding Uranus and the energies of Uranus in the square to Venus. And what that means and how that is within relationships for you. And then we have the sun and the spirit. So this energy is having us to look at that spirit and bringing that spirit to embody and know that there's benefits as we are in taking this energy within us, as we are embodying it, and knowing that with Jupiter will allow us to bring forth and expand that energy so that we are able to step into this fully, to step into our uniqueness. And as we are doing that, it's becoming within our truth and seeing things truthfully and honoring that. So it's like if there's something going on within yourself or within your body and you're ignoring it, then it's time to sort of wait. It's not time to sort of, it is time to wake up. It is time to say, hey, I need to do whatever I need to do to make my body healthy. I have to listen to my body. My body's saying this isn't a good environment or this doesn't feel right for me. Listening to it and asking, okay, which way do I need to go? You won't get the answers right away. If you do, that's awesome. But if you don't, that's okay. That's when you take and you write down and you allow for the energies and the information to come through with this all, right? And with that, the Aquarius sign. Aquarius always go around and say, I know. My grandson has an Aquarius rising. And you tell him, okay, Mateus, this is what you have to do. He goes, yeah, I know. I know. Does it automatically. I just laugh at it, right? Because that's that's an Aquarius kind of thing. They go around, because there's a knowingness. They know things and they don't know why they know it. So knowing this Aquarius energy coming in is like knowing that you already know. You know the answers to your own self. You know what it is that you need to do. Maybe it's that you need a little reading, little 15-minute reading. So, because my readings are on for $33.33. That's what it is, Canadian. So this is maybe like, okay, let me get a quick reading, because that's what it is. Sometimes what I find is the quick readings are the more, are quite powerful, because there's information. Here it is. Here's the information. Let me take time and I can absorb it. And there's a lot of things that I can to book you in. Okay, Dana, just let me know when you're available, because I'm available this morning. So if you want, we could do it right after this. There is so much that's coming forward for us that we just have to trust in our own knowingness. We have to trust in that information that's coming in, and allowing for ourselves to be guided by our spirit, knowing that spirit is there with us, that sun. And with Sirius is that star, that beautiful bright star. And with that sun and that Mercury that are there, they're coming into this energy, this cradle of love, this cradle of the goddess. And this is like, okay, show me the way, dear goddess. Show me with this full moon, because the full moon is the goddess. It's the triple goddess. It's the mother, maiden, crone. This is coming forth and allowing ourselves to step into that fullness. Do your goddess stance and allow for that vibration to come in, and those milky, beautiful silver waves of her light to come down and pour upon you as you are embracing the renewal and the newness of your own self. Very powerful. Very powerful. This is a beautiful moon. This is a moon for success. If you aren't signed up to my email, because I sent out an email today, and I did a write-up on each of the signs on the full moon and what the full moon is with this, how it relates to each of the signs, this full moon. Whew! Get the information out, Mary. Get it out. Let's pull another card. What do we have here? Oh, Venus, the goddess of love. So embracing that love. So with her being squared to Uranus right now, this is about the relationships. What are the relationships that you have with your body? What are the relationships that you have with spirit? What are the relationships that you have within those around you? All right. Because Venus wants to know, what is that love? What is that desire that you have for not only yourself, but for the world around you? So, yes, I am free after this. I'll send you a link right away as soon as I get off here. So, okay. And we'll send you a link. So, my loves, I'm going to send you out so much love. Have a beautiful full moon. Connect with the energies today. Get outside if you can. Don't lock yourself up. Don't lock yourself up in the house, right? And have such a blessed day, really. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, in all that you be, in all that you do. One thing I wish I had today, one thing that I was thinking I would love to do, I would love to be by the ocean today. I would love to be by the ocean today. This is a day that I wish I was really by somewhat, like really real water, not man-made lakes and stuff, and not a river, but being by that body, and just embracing it. I'm just craving it. Who knows? I might just say, Steve, let's go, and we're just going to go drive to the ocean. You never know. I might just pack everything and say, throw the dog in the car and have somebody come over and look after the cat, and off I go and go look at the ocean. I'm not a person who likes man-made lakes. I just something about it. I love it when nature has carved the energy. So on that note, have a blessed one. Hello, little Miss Honeybee. I'm just signing off now. And Dana, I'll send you a link and we will talk to you soon. God bless. Bye-bye, everybody. See y'all.